Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Starve Shipwrecked, where we're in the process of putting together our very first base and setting ourselves up for success by making sure that the resources that we're going to need repeatedly are easily accessible to us without too much difficulty. Because wandering the seas in search of the things we need is not a good long-term strategy in comparison to actually putting the things we need in an easily accessible location. Looks like we can plant twigs on the beach, but we can't plant vines on the beach. That's good to know. And all right, I think that's all the plantables that we had dug up. Of course, we chose to make our base very close to some naturally spawning berry bushes. And we did that because for the berry bushes in particular, at least if this game is consistent with the original Don't Starve, you need to fertilize anything that you have planted yourself. But if it is naturally spawning, it will continue to give you more and more crops of berries without ever having to be fertilized. I would like to plant some more bamboo over here as well. So I'm just going to make sure that there are plenty of resources within very easy reach of my base. And I don't know yet what I'm going to need the most of. I just have what I happened to pick up in terms of the bamboo, the vines, and the twigs. Of course, twigs are essential for all of our tools. Bamboo, the only thing I know about yet that I can make with bamboo is a raft. And did you see the way that bush was wiggling? I believe that the wiggling of the vines means that there will be snakes. Yeah, see, it wiggled again. So I'm going to try to avoid hacking the wiggly vines and only hack the vines that don't wiggle. And hopefully that will prevent me from having too many more nasty surprises. Now, the trees does not appear that there's any way to tell beforehand whether or not the trees are going to have snakes hiding inside them or not. So far, so good. It looks like I can reliably determine which vines do and don't have snakes inside them. We're going to be... Oh, it even hissed. I don't know if you could hear that, but that vine bush hissed when I walked past it. So I will be leaving those snakes to their own snaky devices. And all of the berries have regrown since the last time I was here. That's lovely. The grass has also regrown. Now, the one thing that I am extremely short of here is grass, and grass is needed for quite a few crafting recipes. I will probably have to make another voyage to find more grass on another island, and hopefully that will allow me to transplant the supplies that I need back to this main base. You're wiggling too, aren't you? All right, I've picked all of the berries kind of close together so that it will be fairly easy for me to harvest them again in future once I have a little more in the way of resources. I have enough wood to get me through the night once it starts to get dark. What I'd like to do now is explore a little bit the new crafting recipes that are available in Don't Starve Shipwrecked. Because as I mentioned, I'm fairly familiar with the base game. In fact, I played the base game until survival was no longer a challenge. But I am much less familiar. In fact, I have not played Shipwrecked at all or looked at any of the wikis or watched any Let's Plays. It is so far looking very similar in terms of tools. The only new tool that I see is the machete. I will not be shaving off my dirty beatnik beard yet, but I will make a razor because shaving is one of those things that you can do to increase your sanity in a pinch. And of course, Wilson's beard hair is also a potentially useful resource. But I'm going to store the razor away in my chest for the moment. I don't really feel like I need it yet. I fancy a fried egg for my dinner. The egg won't last forever if I leave it in my chest and forget about it. It's just going to rot, and I don't have a good use for rot yet. I'm also going to cook the seaweed. I made a sort of a half-hearted attempt to see how much health and sanity, not health and sanity, how much health and hunger the cooked seaweed was good for the other day, and I think it was 10 hunger. Let's eat another one and see. 105, 114, maybe 9 hunger, and then 128 up to 131. So it looks like it's about 3 health and 9 hunger per cooked seaweed. I didn't really pay enough attention before. Okay, so the tools look like they're all the same. There are an awful lot of light options here. The regular base campfire, it's lit up blue because I have one built but not placed in my inventory for emergencies. The fire pit, which allows you to have a more permanent location for a fire. This is a new one for me. Fire and wind don't mix, and it requires limestone, which we haven't seen yet. Sand, I'm pretty sure we've seen piles of sand on the beach that are diggable with a shovel, and logs. I am suspecting that we will need this because there will be tropical storms with high wind that will put out our fire. And so finding limestone before that happens is going to have to be a priority. Of course, the torch, we're out of sticks at the moment, so we cannot build a torch, which is a situation I would very much like to change, but sticks are something we are a little bit short of. And a tar lamp. Oh, here's a use for a seashell. We have yet to find any tar, so that's another thing to be looking out for. A light for your hand or for your boat. That's the first one that has given me any indication that I'll be able to use it while sailing. Then the endothermic fire pit, obsidian fire pit, that is new. Endothermic fire pit is from the base game. It is a fire that gives off cold and light instead of heat and light. So in a heat wave, it will keep you cool. Miner's hat, bottle lantern is new. We did leave our first bottle that we found. We left the first bottle on one of the other islands because we couldn't build a backpack yet and we had limited inventory space, but now we know that there's a use for that. Boat torch, 1 torch and 2 sticks. Okay, another, and unfortunately we don't have the 2 sticks to make that yet. Boat lantern and a buoyant chimenea. I hope I'm saying that correct. Fire that floats. Wow. We already learned that we can make cloth out of bamboo. We haven't found any reeds yet. We haven't found, limestone made out of coral. Can you harvest the coral? Does it grow back? Of course, we can't unlock anything yet from the magic. Buildings, we've already made a chest. A sea chest. I wonder, is that something we can bring on our raft? Various walls. I think we need to go hunting for some more supplies because I'm seeing quite a few materials that I can build a sandcastle. I must build a sandcastle as soon as possible. That is necessary. Absolutely, absolutely necessary. What were the materials again? Sand, palm leaves, and shells. I have palm leaves and shells. Do I have them in my chest? I have lots of palm leaves and lots of shells in my chest. Is there any diggable sand here on this particular island? I should chop down some coconut trees. And I should probably move, the one danger, if I move all of my sticks to one location, then they're easily accessible when I need to gather them. It makes me much more efficient in terms of gathering resources, but it also makes me vulnerable if there's a fire, for instance. I could lose all of my sticks in one go, whereas when things are a little further apart, there is less danger, less risk. So I think I will move these sticks closer together, but I won't put them right next to the other ones. And that way I will have a little bit of a backup, and I hope to eventually have a lot more twigs in my various little twig farms, but no more than 10 or so. I've got 8 there. I think that 8 or 10 is a good number to put right next to each other to minimize the risk of fire spreading and losing all of your farms in one go. I'm not seeing any sand that is a diggable pile of sand on my beach here. I know that I did see diggable sand elsewhere. Let me just... Okay, I have not quite gone all the way around this island by foot. I see grass down on the island where we found the buried treasure, and I will probably go and dig that up. There's our coral reef. There's our... Is that our starting island? I think that's our starting island. I'm pretty sure there was diggable sand there, and there's also rocks that we haven't mined yet, and 1 or 2 sets of twigs. And then there's quite a few twigs and quite a bit of grass on the island where the boar house was located. So we definitely have time to make a journey to another island before the day is done. But I would like to just walk all the way around this one, and our garland has depleted itself, which is an unfortunate state of affairs. Oh, I'm not sure that was the best idea, honestly, because I don't have manure yet. I'm going to unequip my shovel as I go here so that I can gather these other berries without risking... Oh, here's diggable sand. Okay, I will re-equip my shovel and dig some sand because I would like to make a sandcastle. What did I just get there? I'm not sure what I did. I have 2 sand that I already had. I'm going to have to do this again where I can see better. And I'd like to get the grass, of course, which we're quite low on. Now, where did my... All right, so 1... Oh, I didn't really want to dig that up either. Okay, dig the sand pile. This is the problem with clicking. I got 1 sand. Dig the sand pile again. I got another sand. Oh, destroy. Okay, I don't want to destroy it, I don't think. I want to see whether it will regenerate. And I've just broken... And I just... Okay, I really need to be more careful. It is a shortcut to... use your action key rather than taking your mouse pointer and taking a specific action that you have a bit more control over, such as dig sand pile, destroy sand pile, pick up sand. If you just use your action key, some of the time Wilson will seem to guess what you intended correctly, and other times he'll just do, oh shoot, I have not been watching the light, and I'm in trouble now because I am not close enough to my campfire to make it back before it gets dark. Fortunately, I have an emergency campfire for just such an occasion. Did I already build a shovel? Yes, I did while I was talking. I am going to dig up this stump. So that was a little bit of a waste because our emergency campfire, I'm going to rebuild that now. I want to always have one in my inventory. Our emergency campfire did not need to be used tonight. If I had been watching the day-night cycle a little more closely, then I could have returned to my permanent campfire before it got dark. I really would like to have more sticks so that I have... Oh, there are tides. I don't think I had been close enough to the shoreline to notice that previously. I'm really, really lucky that it's about to be day, because if that water comes up any further, it is going to be destroying my campfire. This is a danger that I would not have really thought about. But look, see, the water line was down here when we made our fire. This twig was on dry land, and it's in the water now. This game, I am quite impressed with this game. Impressed and delighted. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of additions compared to the base game. I'm getting a lot out of it. So, oh, I heard that hissing. Yes, I did. Here is my camp, and I'm going to just go up to my science machine, go to structures. Oh, I need to get my seashells out. I have palm leaves in my inventory, but no seashells. I want to see this sandcastle so badly. All right, sandcastle. Aw, I built a sandcastle. Okay. Time to go and gather some more supplies from elsewhere. I will leave the doubloons here. The grass tuft I shall plant. I fear that I will, I need to fertilize it before it will bear again, unfortunately. And I have not found any manure source that is large and reliable yet. I can probably feed something to the boar, and I think we're going to be going to the island where the boar is anyway. I would like to place, or build but not place, a fire pit. And is there anything that I want to leave here? I think I can leave the seashells in the chest and the sand. The berry bush that I accidentally dug up, I will plant. It's also going to need fertilizing. And we've got plenty of coconuts. We've got plenty of berries. Let's head out. And we've got plenty of health on our raft. Off we go. Make sure that we go in the right direction, though. We need to go around the top of the island. I probably should have taken the other raft, but that's okay. Maybe we'll find something by going in this direction where we haven't yet been. Out into the deeper waters. We've got lots of daylight left, but I will be keeping a close eye. Those waves are bigger than the previous ones I've seen. They're making me a little bit nervous. I am going to be keeping a close eye on the day-night cycle because I cannot yet make a light for my boat. And looking at the crafting tab did confirm for me that you need to make a specialized light for your boat. You can't have a handheld light such as a torch, which of course we have no torch at the moment anyway. Ooh. So, oh, that probably damaged my raft a little bit actually. Yeah. Just watch out for the waves. I'm in shallower water now. I'm kind of hoping that there is another island nearby. I'm not seeing one yet. More shallow water. Ooh! Getting increasingly nervous with these big waves. All right, very shallow water. Let's see where I am in terms of... Oh, I've gone very far out, but this shallow water is a new island that we haven't been to yet. So out we hop, and there's grass right away that we can gather. We will get that immediately. Wow, I'm wet. I am wet, wet, wet. And more twigs. I had to use those last twigs that we found for a replacement shovel, but the first 2 twigs that we get are going to be turned into a torch because I really don't like not having a torch for emergencies. I'm liking how many twigs are here. All right, build a torch, and we will just have that available in case we need it later. I'm not sure whether I'm hearing hissing sounds or... Oh, there's another one of those boars. Okay. What do you like to eat? If I put a berry on the ground... Whoops, I didn't mean to eat that. I want to split the stack. And I don't remember how to get just one off the stack. Okay, I put it in half. I don't want to just put it in half repeatedly. Okay, they act just like the pigs in the regular Don't Starve. They run away from you. They don't attack you. So they're not really as aggressive as... No, I don't want the crab eating it. I want the boar to eat it. I can't believe it. Because far more precious to me right now than... Why am I... Control, not Shift. I'm rather annoyed. I know that they won't continually eat berries. Yeah, I'm gonna be whacking that Crabbit if he gets too near the berries. I want more manure for berry bushes. And I'm not gonna wait for the Crabbit to come in. Oh, he's too far away. He's probably not hungry. I do not want the Crabbit to steal those berries. I want more manure. And this is a really inefficient way to get manure. The best way to get manure in the base game was to feed monster meat to a pig until the pig turned into a werepig. Oh, okay. Nope. All right, I'm taking my berries back. They are mine. Now, I think I will put a fire pit, a permanent one, down on this island. I don't want to put it... Ooh, what's this? There must be a way to open it. I bet I can open it with my hammer. And we got boards. Boards are useful, but not nearly as useful as some other things that we could potentially have gotten. There's a lot of grass and twigs on this island, though, and I'm liking that. So I want to make a base. I don't want it to be too close to the beach, lest the tide come in and wash away our fire. So, how about right here? And I'll just quickly gather what I can reach before night closes in on us and we are relegated to the small circle of light that is our campfire. Oh, but it is a full moon night. Oh, I wonder if the wild boars also turn into werepigs on the full moon. Of course, I had no idea that it was going to be a full moon night. I wasn't really paying attention to the moon cycle earlier. If the wild boar in that house had fallen asleep outside, and assuming that the game works the same way as the base game, then he would have turned into a werepig on the full moon. And a werepig, unlike a regular pig, has a insatiable appetite. So I could have put an entire stack of berries or flower petals or any other plant food on the ground, and the werepig would eat all of them one after another. The regular pigs, they stop being interested in non-meat foods or even meat foods after a fairly short period of time, and they will no longer take your offerings, which is why I only have one manure in my inventory right now instead of multiple manure. And so it's very efficient to turn a regular pig into a werepig or take advantage of a natural werepig that has spawned on the full moon in order to harvest manure. Now, I should only need one more board to be able to make a chest here, and I would very much like to do that since that packing crate did give me a chest. So I'm just going to do that quickly. There we go. Now, I will leave behind the palm leaves. I really don't need to be carrying those when I don't know what they're good for. I'm going to split my stack of flint and just leave a few flint there. Oh, and I'd better feed Wilson. He's starting to complain. All right, so the agenda now is to get a little bit more manure if we can. Make sure the Crabbit doesn't steal it. And then quickly explore the part of this island that we didn't get to, gather any resources that we can find, especially flowers, since my garland has depleted itself. Oh, not those flowers, though. Those do not look like good flowers. My garland has depleted itself. Those are evil flowers, and evil flowers will destroy your sanity, and that is a regular jungle tree. Yeah, okay. I do not have quite enough flowers to make another garland, much as I would like to be able to do so. What is this? A tidal pool. Why does it look so... Ooh. Poisonous hole. Okay, this is the tide pool. This is a poisonous hole. I think I'll stay away from that. Yeah, I think that is a very good idea, Wilson. And reeds And oh, my sanity. What is that? Oh my goodness. I don't like the look of that. I do, however, very much like the look of this. This is a safety net. Ah! Oh my goodness. I don't know what you are, but I do not like you. I am going to grab the monster meat, though. All right. It is time to move some things into our backpack. Things that we don't immediately need for the moment. Put on our log suit. Equip our machete for safekeeping. And go see what we can gather in this swampy area. What I would very much like to gather in this swampy area, or whatever these things are here. Ah, get away from me, you froggy, fishy, creature. All right, and can I lure you away from... Yeah, okay, you two fight each other. Oh, my sanity. My sanity does not like this. Oh, that's water. The grass is in the water. This is a new biome that I can only get to on my raft. We are going to be checking that out for sure. But what I would very much like to do is hammer the pig heads without being attacked. Go fight each other. Go fight each other. Leave me alone and fight each other. No such luck. Fine. Uh-oh. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. It is time to bail. It is definitely time to bail. I want so badly to hammer those pig heads. I really want to hammer those pig heads. I want the resources that I know I will get from hammering those pig heads, but they are too well guarded for me right now. Alas. Well, plan B. Plan B is to remind ourselves where we left our raft. Oh, my health. Oh, my hunger. Oh, my sanity. No. Plan B is to grab our backpack again. It's got some things in it that I will probably want. Come to think of it. I should probably set some traps for some crabbits, but I really have not had a lot of grass to spare recently. All right, grab the backpack. I should probably eat the berries. I should probably burn down some trees and get myself a crock pot. I'm assuming that a crock pot has the same recipe as the base game crock pot, which would mean I need 6 charcoal. Yeah, getting a charcoal is definitely a high order of business here. Let's eat the seed. Oh, that's too many seeds to eat. Okay, we don't quite have enough charcoal for a crock pot yet, but it is getting dark, and that means it's time to end this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Come back for the next one, and we will hopefully build that crock pot and explore the new biome. Have a wonderful day.